are you doing today? Today we're going to do something really special. We have a couple Monday manifestation exercises, meditations that we're going to do. Real short ones, short and sweet, straight to the point. And then we're going to be doing a sacred path card. So I'm going to integrate some of my other content in today's video. How are you guys doing? Nice to see you. All right. Now that I see that you're here, at least somebody's here, right? We're going to jump right into our first meditation because I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling the good energy, the good vibes, the manifestation that is about to begin. And like I said, if you weren't here yet, I actually am going to be also, after the exercise of the manifestation meditation, and that is going to be of us living the dream life, living your dream life, living a dream life. And what does that look like to you? We're going to discuss that in a minute because I don't even know what it looks like to me until we do this exercise. And then I'm going to know what it looks like because we're going to use our imagination. Thank you for being here. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to put these sacred path cards over here for a second. And we're going to start our meditation. Thanks for being here today. I'm going to stretch with my meditation because that's what I do, as you know. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Oh, thank you. How cute. The popcorn and the trophy. Thanks, True North Directions. Yep, meditation. We're about to start. Isn't that exciting? So get grounded. And what that looks like to me is to put my feet flat on the floor and sit straight up in a chair. This chair is perfect. Let me get the pillow. Great. And put your hands on your legs. Just rest your arms, your forearms sort of. Because if you just put your hands, you're going to be like this. So you want to relax your shoulders and relax your upper body, your whole body, but basically just drop the shoulders and just place the forearms in your lap. Great. And make sure your feet are grounded. Take a deep breath in through your nose and improve your posture as you're breathing in, and then hold the breath here. Hold mana here in your chest. Hold it in your solar plexus and then let it out through your mouth. So I'm going to do it again since I was talking during that one. So I'm going to get my good one. Okay. I'm getting all your guys' comments. Oh, you sent 100? Starling Game ZW, you sent 100? 100 what? Oh my God. Whoa. Are you guys doing those jewels or are you doing the, they're called gifts. I always forget the name though. Oh, rubies. Can you tell me what you guys are doing? Because I never know what the name of the promo is. It just says gifts, but there are different ones. I guess I need to go on the other side of my favorite creator and literally watch them and see what gifts. But you have to enable them, and I've enabled them all. Are they super chat? Maybe they're super chat. Gifts, right on. Thanks, Jesse Riley. Thank you. Thanks for the flower. Oh. Get your space, calm down, and be relaxed. Perfect. Remember, keep those feet on the floor. They tend to like creep up on your toes a little because you're always like on the edge, like stressed and all that, and you need to relax. And the best thing to do is to basically just take a breath, create your space. Nobody can get in. It's yours entirely. Thanks for all your lovely gifts and your gestures and your emojis and your likes. Thanks for being here. And I'm still taking those deep breaths in through my nose, holding it, improving my posture, and putting my spine as straight as I can. Just sitting all the way up in the chair. Literally like extending up. Like standing, sitting straight, putting those shoulders back, squaring them off, putting the shoulders back. Even if it looks like you're stuck up or something, like, you know. Put the shoulders back, put them back where they belong. You'll find that it is way easier for you to stand. When I'm standing in line waiting for somewhere, I'm just like, what's up? You know, because that's my time to like do nothing and just put my shoulders back. It feels so good. I used to have a thing. I had a personal trainer once. I had actually a duo personal trainer where I was being trained with a friend of mine, and he was training us both at the same time. That was down in Manhattan Beach, California. And I was like, so what do you think? Like, what's your honest opinion? And he was like, okay, so you have a habit of like kind of putting your shoulders forward. I'm like, really? That matches my personality a little bit. Like, let's go. But he's like, no, you need to like do this. And so he was right, because anytime I do the shoulders back, I feel better overall. I can't even describe it. It's like my whole body, my mind, everything. Thanks for joining, guys. So we're doing a little bit of stretch exercise while we're sitting, okay? While we're meditating though, because that's the next part. After you first create the space and you feel calm and relaxed, and then you have your breathing to where you're like, okay, first time I sat down today, I'm gonna take a deep breath. Not I'm just gonna take one, I'm gonna take 3. Thank you, baby Ralphie 434. Oh, how cute, thanks. How are you, Ralphie? If it's the same Ralphie, I have a feeling it is. Miguel, how are you? Smith McLevin 360. I had a girlfriend in middle school, Lillian. I broke up with her, and her family had over 27 million, and I knew nothing about it. That's very interesting. And, you know, as you shouldn't, right? I mean, she wasn't your fiance, even if she was. Hey, there's people that are married and they don't even know what their spouses have. So it's all up to the individual. You should talk about it. Like, hey, am I going to know what you have, or am I not going to know what you have? And then you could like make the decision whether you want to tell them or not, right? It's all a very free world. Just because you're married or girlfriend or engaged doesn't mean that you're stuck or you have to divulge any information about yourself. You got me a floating heart? I must have like missed it. I saw it as I was moving. I thought it was like the light. Thank you so much. So you got the breaths, and you're sitting in a chair, and you're just like, if you're doing what I'm doing, do them at your own risk. But this is the best feeling in the world, just to sit and do nothing and just to spread your wings. The wings that you're going to use to manifest today in your meditation. Because once you get comfortable and calm and relaxed, now you're able to actually do the meditation. Like, you could try to do the manifestation in between your lunch break and going back to work and stuff, but like, just always have your mind turned on when you do. Like, okay, I gotta put my thinking cap on. I'm ready to manifest. I'm ready to focus on what it is I want to accomplish. And I don't know how I'm going to get it yet, because I don't know the outcome. I just know what I want. And then as I do it, it's fun, right? Because I'm making progress. Hey guys. Okay, so now that we've breathed, and like, you could like stand up and shake it off, literally. You could like stand up and just shake off the energy, okay? Perfect. Okay. Now, when you catch your breath, because a lot of people, they make the mistake of doing one thing and then the other, like right after the other one, like, no, you have to like take your shoes off and take your socks off and get rid of them and put a new pair of socks on if you have to go somewhere. and that'll help you. It'll help your brain. I told you I'd knock your socks off, right? Hi from Gibraltar. Hi, Oscar. Thank you. I don't have time to like do a Q&A sticker while I'm hosting a live because I don't want to bore you guys. I just want to get straight to the meditation now because now we're relaxed and we caught our breath, right? And we're like stretched and we're relaxed. See? Now you can start concentrating on your breathing because that's a part of meditation. Like, oh, I feel like my breaths are a lot slower now and they are not conjoining with one another. They're like just doing their own thing. Like you're allowing your body and your lungs to do their own thing. You're not trying to force anything, including your heart and your mind and your body. Just let Mother Nature do all that, because when you were born with that body and that mind, you didn't even have a choice. You didn't even have a choice to be born at all, actually. Or did we? I mean, maybe that's getting on to another subject. Maybe we actually manifested being born. So now, that's all a maybe, right? Only science can prove that. It's good to just stretch in any direction that you want, and you're in your space, and make sure no kids or adults can get in your way, and just put your arms out and put your hands out and completely just do whatever you think. You'll feel the energy. As I feel the energy, I'm always feeling the energy, and I'm always transpiring it through the universe, because when God and the universe and Mother Nature give you the energy, or whatever you believe in, the higher power, you give it back. It's a constant reciprocation. And so that's what energy is, and that's what light, you're sending light and good intentions. And so you set your intentions, and you're sending, and then you're receiving too. Like right now I'm receiving all the gifts of all my beautiful friends who are here in the live, and who were in here and left, and maybe are gonna poke back in, and then who are just writing comments and subscribing to my channel, setting your notifications to know when I go live. Like those are all blessings for me. And you have blessings. Like at your work, when your boss gives you a bonus, or when you earn extra points on your credit card, or when somebody just gives you a gift. Those are all extra bonuses. And oh, you sent a floating heart right at that minute when I said it. Thanks, Jesse. I gotta get water. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We're opening ourselves up to the blessings, the rewards, and all of the manifestations and the money. So I'm going to tell you that I have been extremely lucky since I started these Monday manifestations. I think out of any game I've ever played, I lost like 1 or 2 out of like 35. So, and the ones that I lost, I should have known to just leave, right? And so, because if the energy's not there, then just go and then try it again another time. So, but my point is like, I set my mind to something. I'm like, okay, I'm going to play this game and I'm going to win. And it happens, okay? And so there's nobody on this earth that can tell you otherwise. Because there's plenty of witnesses, too, to all these winnings. And so you think to yourself, God, how do you do it, you know? It's like, well, first of all, I set my mind to it, okay? Which then puts me in the right spot at the right time, because I'm already pre-manifesting. And so I'm like sending the energy into my future, and I'm like, okay, then I'll picture it. Don't forget, we've been learning these. This is our 20th episode. I didn't say that in the beginning, but I'm putting it in the comments. Today's our 20th episode. That means 4 times 5 is 20, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 16, 20. Okay. 5 months of manifesting. Okay, so what else? What else happened to me and that I hope happens to you? Because I'm focusing every Monday, okay? So every Monday, I've done this for 20 weeks. Some of my friends just popped in, I felt it, and are like, are you serious, bro? You did that? Yeah, in case you didn't notice, this is my 20th week. Jesse, I've been waiting for you to tell me. I feel like I was late today, and then I'm like, no, no, no. Manifestation is never, ever late. I don't like the word never. If you know me, I never, ever say it, okay? But I'll say it right now. It doesn't bother me, okay? There is no clock on manifestation. Manifestation happens in perfect divine timing. So we'll put our hands together, and we'll continue with those breaths. And I'm reaching up and I'm holding and I'm keeping my spine straight. If I didn't do this every Monday, I wouldn't look anywhere as near as good as I look. And now I don't think I look my best at all. Okay. But I'm just saying I look a lot better than if I would not have been doing these stretches. And I also do them midweek. So circular motions, back and forth on the shoulders, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay? Now shrugs, shrugs. You gotta see both shoulders. The cat's like, oh, I know this one. Here, I have to fix her posture. Okay. Shoulder shrugs. Shoulder shrugs. Up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down. Now, it's like the shoulders are back. Because if you try the shrugs forward, it's like you're pretty much going to be building these muscles. Because you're like, you're working from a different spot. And you're not looking for that in this exercise when you do the shoulder shrugs. You're looking for a relaxed deltoid. So this all right here wants to be relaxed, including all the way up to the back of the neck, okay? So, up, down, but shoulders back first, up, down, up, down. So that helps the brain. So now you could say, meditation is no problem for me right now. Like you almost feel like you want to sleep, right? And it's like, you're right, it is not a problem. I gotta go fix that thing right there, it's bothering me. Okay. I don't like when things touch the wall. It's kind of weird. Okay. Again, with the shoulder shrugs, up, down, up, down. Now, when you're doing this, you're picturing the top of your shoulder going to your ear. Straight up, like the bottom of your earlobe. It's not even really your ear, it's just in that direction. Because you want them to go this way, not towards your ears. So straight up. See, now I took a nice deep breath. I'm even more relaxed. See, now I'm ready for meditation. A lot of people don't teach this method. It's just all too rushed, in my opinion. Like, how can you go from meetings to making a quick sandwich to washing your dishes to meditating? Not effectively, not as effectively. Now, I'm not saying don't do that. No, do it. Always manifest. Make the chain reaction of your thoughts become fluid with the universe. Let the energy flow. Hi, Perfect Cell 3341. I love all your guys' handles. Thanks, Jesse. What are you sending? Something really cool. It says you sent 100 again, 100, and I see 153 up there, so I'm confused. Anyone else confused? Except I love your gifts, but I just wish I knew how to read what was going on. You know what I mean? Like the floating heart, for instance. I didn't see the floating heart. Did you? Okay, now I know they're gifts, but like, where are they on the board? Because I see something that says 0 with a dollar mark, and then over here I see 153 something. Let me see what happens if I hit that. I think I tried that before. What about this one? No. You said this Sunday too? Oh my God, I'm hungry too. I would have chomped that. I would have smashed it. So we're breathing and we're relaxing and we have a light heart about things. And now we're just rolling our shoulders again. We're rolling our shoulders. Anybody that goes straight into a meditation without exercising first is missing out on a benefit, like a lot of benefits of that extra relaxation. Your brain is more receptive to information when you're relaxed. So you're telling yourself, what is my dream? What is my dream? By the way, don't do any of this when you're driving. Like, really just focus. Or like anything that's dangerous, like machinery, or doing anything like, you know, working with things. Like, you could do it while you're like washing your face. But, you know, the cat's listening. She's got her ears up as usual. She's like, oh, she's teaching right now. She feels the good energy. Again, with the shoulder rolls, roll them. And the best thing to do is to put them down by your side. But if you're sitting in a chair where there's arm things and you can't get them on your side like this, then just put them on your lap and just roll them. By the way, we have a star addition to the family here, and that has always been in our family. That's Belly, my other rendition of a horse that we had. And you've seen the one that has the purple and the black diamonds. Well, that was Mark Mariello's signature. He would put diamonds. He'd sometimes put them with flowers. And this was wrapped up and hand delivered by my mom's mover, and I unwrapped it and got him out today. So it's actually her. Belly was a her. She was a racehorse. Oh, okay, so I see a big pink 100 and a really cool, cute, playful font. So I saw that. I'm just letting you know. And the shoulder rolls. And now all the relaxing thoughts, like the thoughts that you need to enter into the next dimension of your planetarium life is here when you're relaxed. Now, as you can tell, these are all very easy exercises. And unless you have an injury when it hurts when you do it, then just stop. But if you don't, then this is actually the way. This is the way to relax your brain. As far as through the muscles, reaching your complete alpha state of the mind, complete relaxation, where you're now able to receive. Because when you are uptight or stressed out or worried, you will start sending like energy, like vibration out into your life and just to the people. And then, but if you are in a state of relaxation, you're not going to send any energy, because all you're doing right now is pretty much absorbing like a sponge. So you're absorbing, like now you're open and you're receptive and you're going, okay, I receive these gifts. I'm worthy. I'm a badass. You know, tell yourself, man, I am the shiznit. Okay? I've worked all my life. I've gotten this far. Or even if I haven't worked, but I've worked on myself and helped a lot of people. That's a reward. That's an accomplishment, a huge accomplishment. Like, that's worthy of retiring right there. Like, if you have just helped people all your life, you already lived a full life, you know? And there's a whole nother life ahead, but it's like, it's, you know, you've lived it already, because it takes people who only receive and don't give, like greedy people, it takes them a lifetime to learn about how to give, you know what I mean? And so the fact that you already were and are a giver is like applause, it's an applause, okay? So you want to applaud yourself. You want to say, okay, look, I've been through a lot. It hasn't been easy, and it was hard, you know, but I'm here. I made it this far. See, when you say that to yourself, your like body opens up. It's like that song, I got to body to body. I got to body to body. It's like, I think it's R&B. It's like a R&B techno house. I heard there was this really good station, and then now they're not there anymore, and I kind of miss it really bad, but I'm studying a lot. So that's another huge thing that changed in my life, actually. I was going to tell you earlier what else changed. I didn't want to brag. I just want to teach, but you know, you're probably wondering, I literally started going to real estate school. Like, instead of just being like a good investor, a realtor, not a realtor, but a real person who really is good at real estate, then, you know, and I was like, I've always wondered, well, what would it be like, you know? Because I know that I could do it. Oh, see, that's a good deep breath right there. I know that I am doing it, but there's things that I'm gonna have to do, like take a state test and stuff. Like I know that I am studying, and I know that I'm going to continue to study, and I know that I'm passing the test. So that's gonna be my manifestation right now. And you pick one. I don't care what it is, pick one. Because if you're still here, then that's basically my, you know, I don't tell people what to do, but if I'm teaching, I just have to say, okay, do this, do this, do this. Okay, hold on, please. Okay, baby, you okay? The cat wanted to hide. And now pick one. It could be anything, like I wanted to have something fixed, or I wanted to have some situation attended to, or, you know, and this is the outcome that I want. Always, you don't know how the outcome will take place, but you have to imagine the outcome. See, a lot of people say, oh, well, you don't have to know the outcome. Well, you don't really, you're never going to know, because life is a mystery, and you'll never know who's going to hire you, who you're going to meet. You know, you don't ever know who it's going to be. And you don't really know anything. You don't know any details either. You know, like you could be, let's say you want to be a nurse. Okay. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I love it. It gives me confidence, I feel. Okay, so you're listening. All right, so you want to be a nurse, but you don't know which hospital. You're going to go interview at all the little places, even the nursing homes and wherever you're licensed to go be a nurse, right? So you're going to go apply to be a nurse. They're going to say, send it here or go here. And you're going to go in, and then you're going to get a nursing job, right? But when you're manifesting, like right now, even you might not even be done with nursing school, or maybe haven't even gone to nursing school yet. It could be that random. Just pick something, and it's always about imagination. So we can pretend. Go ahead and pretend. It's very important that you know that you're allowed to pretend, except when you're talking to government officials. So I always advise tell the truth or get an attorney. Hi, Harry. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you. So tell the truth to yourself and say, okay, I either really want this, or I don't know if I want it, or I'm going to imagine I want it. And it's going to be a game. And pick something right now, everybody. Okay, mine is passing the test. I mean, you need all the help you can get, right? And you have to feel confident to pass it. Because when you're at the test, you want to make sure that you are relaxed and receptive to the information, because you want to understand, what are the questions? What are they asking of me? Because you might think, well, it's regarding this subject, but they weren't really asking that portion of it. They were asking the details of it, of one of its encompasses, right? Of one of its facets, okay, of the information. So, and you might, and then you don't want to rush, because then you'll answer one and then you go back and you realize, well, why did I miss it? Oh, because they wanted to know exactly what they said, not just the area. But some of them were deceiving, and that kind of discouraged me. So then I manifested something, this really neat friend who actually I met in real estate, who is just a business friend. Like, we don't get together or whatever. But I'm just saying, it's like, he stays in touch, and then he's like, can I bring you a holiday gift? And I'm like, well, yeah, you know, what is your procedure? You know, what do you usually do with that? Are you going to leave it, or do you want to see me? Like, am I making an appointment here? But he's so cool. He was like, look, I'm going to give you the, not give me, he's going to give me a link to where I could do, like, you know, pre-testing. But I have to do pre-testing anyway. But this is, and so I feel like I manifested that because I was feeling, because I was like, listen, the way that they asked these questions, they were a little deceptive. Deceiving, I said, but deceptive. And I asked him a question. When he called to ask if he could bring the gift. And I'm like, and he goes, well, I studied after I took the school, and it wasn't that school, I don't think. It was just a real estate school. And then he said he studied some questions, okay? So I guess they're like practice questions. And that made me feel so good, because I was starting to get discouraged because I didn't like the way they phrased questions. I felt like it wasn't fair on some of the quizzes. And then you just go back and take the quiz if you miss like over like 1 out of 2, 3, or 10, I don't know. But then they have little quizzes. But anyway, I'm not too thrilled with the way they ask the questions, and I'm hoping the test isn't deceptive at all. I'm just hoping. That's all I wanted to say about that. But I feel good that there's someone that is like, listen, I got you, man. Even, you know, Kimmy, you've seen Kimmy. She told me there's this one site where you can go to any subject that you want to learn, and there'll be like information. And you have to put in the state, you know, because every state has different laws and rules and regulations regarding any kind of certification or license that you want to get. So that was like, I can't even begin to tell you what a gift that was. Because this helped him get his license. Like, he went to school, but I told my mom, like, I'm going to be reading some more literature after the school, you know, before I schedule the school, like a week's worth. I'm going to do it like every day. And I'll come across probably a lot of like examples. And that's going to help me. It's going to refresh my memory too. So that's what I'm manifesting. And so I'm still in a state of relaxation. And I'm telling myself that a lot of people don't pass that test the first time. And a lot of people have told me, if you don't pass it, it's okay. But then, like, my friend today told me, I read this and this is how I passed. So I'm like, I'm going to go with that one. You know, I like that mentality. I like when people don't like give you, which I like it also because it buffers it, like it makes it more comfortable. Like, oh really? It's 654. That means 654, like 4 or 5, 6. It like makes me feel blessed. Like, okay, don't be so hard on yourself, because what if you don't pass it? Because what if the test isn't fair? You know? Because some of those quiz questions were not fair in the school I'm taking. And I'm like, I'm just gonna like not like get mad at anybody, because I don't think those quiz questions are the way that they're structured on the test. I certainly hope not. Because there was a few of them that all the questions were right, and it said all the above, but then only one of them was right. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a trick question. And I don't like that, because it's not giving you a chance to answer the question fairly. Okay, I'm just straight up, yo, I'm not gonna mention any names, and that's it. And I know that y'all end up seeing this anyway, because that's like how life works, you know? Everything in the dark shows up in the light. Okay, I also don't like another thing, and I'm not even gonna talk about it because it's really got me icked out, and I'm not gonna mention it because I don't want to expose anybody or anything. I just want to tell you that the person that called me today took away what the other people did from me. It took away, like, it replaced it, okay? So it's a give and a receive. So I'm in receiving mode because I'm learning. And so when the realtor said, I'm gonna help you I'm gonna give you a link to somewhere where you could do practice tests. You know, it's all free apps, I'm sure. Or hey, maybe they even charge. I don't even mind. Like if it's good, I'm open to it. And that made me feel so much more relaxed because I felt like I was getting robbed. Even though the course, anyway, I'm not going to talk about it anymore, okay? But I want you to know that if something's bothering you, that something else, another source, an outer source, a person, and you have to be open to it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying let people in your house and take rides with strangers. I'm saying open your mind and the rest will follow. Like my dad used to say, follow your heart, the rest will follow. So all this stuff that we're focusing on, all this good stuff, stuff that we want, not stuff we don't want. We are replacing, so it's a continuous chain of good energy. And anything that bothered you in the past doesn't necessarily bother you, see, because you're moving forward. It's cranking forward, or it's cranking with the left hand forward, and it's cranking, and it's cranking, and it's cranking, and it's cranking. Forward. What am I doing? We're constantly moving into the present from the past, and we're constantly going into the future in the moment. So being in the moment is a powerful tool to manifesting our desires because we're concentrating on it and we're thinking about it. And if we don't even know what it is, literally, because nothing comes to my mind right now whatsoever. Because I've already manifested passing the test. And now I'm like, what else do I want, you know? I want my body to be in complete relaxation is what I want. I'm tired of standing and cooking and driving and all that. So that's why I just do these and I show you how. And you do them if you're gonna do them at your own risk. Like don't do these. These are mine, these are what I do. This is called stretchercise. Do what you do. I'm still in the moment. I gained a few pounds. I don't even mind right now because I feel healthy and I think maybe I needed the energy to think. Okay? Again, feet on the floor, arms, forearms in the lap, reaching forward, reaching back. Everybody has trauma at work. Any job that I've ever had, I had extreme trauma. Like people were like rude, abusive, like mean. Like I remember coming home and telling my dad, I had this really executive position in LA and it was at one of the biggest sports clubs and I was like good at it. I recovered the company like in 1 year. I think I worked there, I don't remember, something like a year or less. Or more. I recovered it's probably more because then I think they ended up coming back to see if I was still there. But at least almost $1 million I recovered just by being me. Like somebody gave me this job because it was many interviews and I got it over all these people. And I guess they picked the right person because I proceeded to sit there and talk to the members on the phone. And literally I would say, hey, are you coming in? And they would renew their dues. And they didn't have to either because they weren't due like on your credit report. They just wanted to. So I had that Midas touch, and I still do. And I'm glad I'm getting into a people service business again because I'm missing out on my calling if I'm not. Oh, and then I also read scripts for a show business because my dad had a production company and it was mine too. It still is. I mean, you know, I still accept scripts, films, screenplays to read. And I was able to read a couple, like at the sports club, they would hand them to me. And I was like, Dad, what do you do if you don't like a script? And he goes, like, I like cornered him in the hallway, like, Dad, what do you do? Like, and he's like, so if you didn't really get that, because my dad really didn't talk that much, he did a lot of hand signals. But, you know, it wasn't because of any kind of impairment. He just didn't really want to talk too much. And if he did, he was really quiet. And basically he meant you just hand the script back with a smile. Okay. I think that's why I always go like this too. Like, I don't know. That moment meant so much to me. Hi, Dreamweaver. How are you? You came at the right time. I was talking about my dad when I worked at the sports club. And my dad, they used to give me scripts to read because we were in show business. And I'm a good reader. I read and I analyze and I tell you stuff about it, like how to make the movie. And so I tell you the budget and stuff. And so anyway, I would tell my dad, like, what do you do if you don't like a script? Because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and maybe it's just not for me. For instance, there's genres that I don't watch. Like, I don't watch horror. Not that I don't think it's not good. I think I saw all the masterpieces, being Gen X. So I know I could make horror jokes. Like, I know all the masterpieces, but I never watched any more after that. But I'm saying, so there's a variety in life. So I didn't watch every genre of movies, therefore not everything is right for me. So if I'm going to read a script, I'm never going to discourage somebody, because who am I to even say that? Because maybe it's not even true. Maybe it's a masterpiece. And so I'm never going to say anything like, I didn't like it, or I think you should do this, unless it's a rewrite. Like they're asking me for a rewrite advice. Then I will tell you how to rewrite it and where to put the bridge and, you know, patch it in. Yeah, I have skills like that. Really, Jesse? Nice. See, everybody has their favorite. And mine is comedy drama. That's my favorite. We're still stretching and we're still receiving. Because receiving is a skill. And by taking the time for yourself, it's a practice. It is. Now I know what the gurus did, the Zen Buddhists, and all of the masters, because I'm becoming a master. I am a master manifestator. Manifestation is my field. And I teach it. And I'm good at it. Because I'm bringing in the people who are interested. So I'm putting my shoulders back, and I feel like it's a big synergy of people. And that's why I'm so excited, because I told you guys in my last Monday, even one new friend that sees this and likes it is so fascinating to me. There's no way to even describe how rewarding that is. And even having 6,000, almost 600, I don't know why my subscriber count is moving so slow, and I don't even really want to know. Because it doesn't matter, because I'm having such a good time doing what I'm doing, that, hey, if that's what it looks like, then leave it be. And yeah, if you do subscribe, it helps me because I'd like to see that number move. It gives me encouragement because I show up here every Monday. This is episode 20, and it makes me feel so good when the subscriber count does go up because I feel like it's on those numbers, and those numbers are my lucky numbers. That's maybe why, like 4, 5, 6, 3, anything denomination of 12, 2, especially 4, even 12 and 6, anything denomination of 12, anything that could fit in, like 2 6s or 3 4 or 5 7 12, 3 4s to make a 12. Anything that could fit into 12, which is a lot of numbers, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And so my numbers have been stagnating right there. I can't wait for it to go to 7 because I'm good with 7 too. So all the numbers I know how to make lucky for me. I know how to adjust my field to where I am in my field. And I'm in my court and no one else's. I studied numerology very early and also medicine cards, spirit animals. I was blessed with somebody that was put on my path, a very dear friend, and she showed me medicine cards. And I did my father's reading. My father, the film producer, he is an eagle. His east is an eagle. Comments. I'm here every week. Thank you. I'm here for it. I'm here for you, Jesse. See? Like I said, man, if there's one person that's been here every week, I have a lot of friends that say, well, I watch it, you know, but every week, whoa. And I've been feeling you. You make me feel so good. We might just have a connection. You know, I'm just telling you, we might. We might, because I believe in that. I believe that we are connected to the universe, and that's why we have to ask, and that's why we have to expect it to happen, manifest it, wish for it, allow it, receive it. This is like the grand finale of the fireworks. We always get to this in my Monday manifestations. Allowing, opening myself up to it, listening to it, seeing it, imagining it, feeling it, being in it, having it, picturing it. I want to picture something right now at the end of this video. I want to picture something like different, okay? Because I keep picturing the same things, and I want to add something to the picture. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to set my imagination right now, and I'm going to tell you what it is. So I see, thank you, Jesse, I see a future of mine, okay? And I'm at a beach house. I keep seeing it over and over and over and over. So finally I just started going with it. I started saying, because it burst out of me, I said, I am getting a beach house, okay? That's it, I'm getting a beach house. I have a beach house. I have a beach house. I'm in my beach house. I'm in my beach house. I love my beach house. I'm riding in my sports car, leaving my beach house, going to the neighborhood. And I started really believing it. And one day I told my mom, listen, we have a beach house. She said, we do? I said, well, we're manifesting it. It's out there. It's waiting for us. And it's only a matter of time before we get to it, arrive. And she said, okay, I totally agree, you know, because she feels that, you know. And it's about to be 7-Eleven. So I picture the beach house, but right now, I'm going to add something, okay? I feel like I've always wanted the experience of having a boat. So I've been on plenty of boats and oceans and lakes. I've even skied behind boats in the ocean, the lake first, and then went to the ocean, another trip. And so I love the ocean. I've had a beach house, and I've lived by the beach at another place. I belong there. And so my manifestation right now is the beach house. All right? It's the beach house. All right? So what is yours? What is your manifestation right now? Pretend. But I have to add something to it, see? I have to add something to my manifestation because it got kind of dull in a way. Like, okay, the beach house, then what? Who's going to be there? Like, what's it going to be like? Okay, so let's add something, okay? Let's add, in the foyer, there's a diamond picture. And it's made of diamonds, okay? And it's in the foyer. And I've had a beach house with a marble foyer, so this isn't too far off. But literally, if you're living in the projects, let's say you're living in the projects, you could still have a beach house. You don't have to have been close before, like me, because I have had a beach house and I also had a very interesting foyer. It was feng shui. I had like pink and blue, light pastel marble floors, and then those floors were also in my bath. No, the floor was different. Man, I wish I could remember that part about it. But okay, the kitchen had travertine. I guess that floor, yeah, in the foyer, because I would remember if it was different, was the floors I had in my 3 bathrooms, which were all marble. And then the kitchen was travertine tile, travertine. So, but now I'm seeing this beach house, okay, and it had 2 fireplaces and it had a balcony, 2 balconies. It was Cape Cod style. It was amazing. To be like so young and have it. And so now I'm not so young, I'm actually like middle age, right? But I don't feel any different than when I'm 27, so that's cool. And so this beach house, and then it has like a picture with diamonds. That's all I see. I can't see any color. I just see the glistening. It'll be interesting to see what colors are there when I get there. And the thing that happens with that, people ask, God, all of a sudden this thing happened that I thought was going to happen. Well, the picture, it'll be like an afterthought. Okay? So is the house. I'll be standing in the house. That's how manifestation has worked in the past, and that's how it works. And you'll think, oh, I manifested this. And then something else, like a day later or later that day, oh my God, that painting, that diamond painting, because I saw it as a painting actually. I just don't know how the diamonds are placed on there or anything about that, or even if they're maybe just on the frame and then the painting looks like it has diamonds. I don't know, but there's diamonds over there and they're on a picture and because that's the only thing that showed up. And so that's a good exercise when you're pretending to say, okay, I want to add things to my dream, my beach house. And so what's the first thing that comes to mind? So if you're manifesting a car, what color is it? What kind of interior does it have? My mouth is dry. I'm like, okay. So I promised, and anyone that's still here, we're going to pull a card. I got to shuffle first. Give me 1 second. Okay. Here comes the shuffle, baby. Whoa. Burden basket. Okay. Well, self-reliance. Okay, that's good. But that's not the card, but I wanted to show this because it stopped me. So apparently you can put all your burdens in a basket. So we'll get back to that another day. It'll show back up when we're supposed to learn about it. Thanks, Jesse. See, the same ones that I keep pulling, the pipe again and the warbonnet. So the warbonnet, the headdress, Native American. The talking stick, number 15. Viewpoints and options. That's good. That one. We've pulled that before. It's talking to us. Medicine bowl. Hour of power. Wow. Ritual of joy. Let's do that next. Sacred space. Okay. Let's create the space on top. First, hit the sacred pipe, and then create the sacred space, because we learned about these. And then, and you don't have to hit the pipe literally, it's just symbolic. And then hour of power, and that is ritual of joy. And I like it. I like it. And so, since we already learned about, we never read about sacred space yet. So we're gonna save hour of power for next. And we already did pipe before, like once or twice. So we're gonna do sacred space. And then the other ones that I landed on, medicine wheel, and I've been talking about that a lot lately. And then warbonnet again, which is the chief. And there's a bunch of other cards, but we're not supposed to learn about them. And don't forget talking stick. So I'm gonna put these in this direction, and then the next video I'm going to do is going to be, the pipe's gonna go on the bottom now, because we learned about that already, and it has to do with self-sacrifice. So that has to do with teaching, being a teacher, and helping others. The sacred space is the one that we're gonna tap into. We're not gonna read the whole thing, but we're going to, it's number 44, which is funny, because I said 4 is my number. Okay. 319, that's the page. Man, I'm getting hungry. Hi, baby. Where is she? Come here. Tuh. She dodged the whole thing. She's working the camera angle. She's like, I don't want to be in it today, Ma. That's okay. That's her sacred space, right? Because if she wanted to, and look, the word is respect. So we have to respect the cat for her wishes. If she wanted to be in the video, she would have. And she loves you all. It's just, she didn't get ready. So she's in her pajama mode. So sacred space, right? A beautiful child sitting there in their sacred space. Great mystery. Teach me to honor the laws of sacred space, the customs and traditions of every creed and race. Great mystery. Teach me to develop the, capitalized, talents that I own, and to behave with reverence in another's home. Great mystery. Teach the child in me to accept with grace the part of sacred mystery found in every space. This is perfect, because we were talking about, we don't know the outcome. We don't know what color the paint is going to be on the house that we fall in love with. We don't know what color hair our future spouse is going to have, or even what gender, right? We don't know what car we're gonna drive, because we think we want an SUV, but we don't. So there's so many things that you don't know, and you don't know if you're gonna have to do it online, or you're gonna have to go in with some, you don't know like how it's going to go down really, but you do know that you want it, okay? And when you're imagining that you have a ambition. And so this right here, great mystery. Teach me to develop the talents that I own. I already have the talents. And to behave with reverence. So I have to behave in another's home. Okay, so that right there teaches me, okay, if you're gonna be a realtor, or even if you're visiting a home, you're not gonna be a realtor, but you're visiting someone's home, to behave with reverence. Hey, I would do that even in my own home. Like, I'm gonna behave, I'm not gonna be this person who goes against the grain and gets in trouble and ends up having a shitty life. I want to follow the rules and do what I have to do so I can retire in 10 years. If it could be sooner, that's fine, but 10 years is fine, because hey, that sounds fun. Teach the child in me to accept the grace. So again, accept, opening yourself up and receiving abundance. Again, holding the hands out and receiving. See, because when my dad said, return the script like that, he didn't say that, but I said, what do you do if you don't like a script? And he went, first he smiled to show the person, hi. And then he handed them their script back after reading it. And then he kept the smile. And if the person said, did you like it? He just handed it back and smiled, and that's it. He didn't have to. That's his sacred space, right? Okay, so the main word is respect. Okay, the teaching. See, we don't even have to talk to law enforcement unless we broke the law. So you could say, I don't talk. It's my right, and I'm exercising my right not to talk. Okay, so unless you broke the law, and then I advise to talk and tell the truth right away. Because you never know. Maybe the cop has a hot date and he lets you go because you were on it. The teaching. The teaching. Every chapter in here, by the way, is the teaching. And this is Sacred Path cards. I used to read medicine cards, and those had, it didn't say the teaching, it just had a title, like Sacred Space, and it had a word, respect. So does the Sacred Path cards. They have the word and the number, because I think, so there's 52 medicine cards, but there's 44 Sacred Path. If I said Sacred Space, sorry. It is Sacred Space we're reading, but Sacred Path cards. And I read the poem and we dissected it, and then we realized that the title is, and the word is respect. And the idea of sacred space has been one of the foundations of Native American philosophy throughout time. We see all life forms as having their own medicine wheel or life cycles. And life cycles is abbreviated. Hyphenated. Sorry, there's like, okay. Each life form, and that's also hyphenated, from a stone person, capitalized, to a cloud person. When I go like that, it means capitalized. To a standing person, has a space that deserves respect. Every creature being has its own territory and respects the territory of other animals. When I go like that, it means hyphen, and when I go like that, it means cap. So creature, being, because being wasn't capped, just the creature, but it was hyphenated. Has its own territory and respects the territory of other animals. That is a fact. I need to cover the baby's butt, my cat. All right. Nature. Nature teaches us how. Nature. My vibe today. Naturistic. Nature teaches us how to know ourselves in the purest way possible. Let's repeat that. Because it's not about how much we read, it's about how much we absorb. Nature teaches us how to know ourselves in the purest way possible. If we listen and watch, every lesson of human living is given by the animals, the changes in the wind, Father Sky, wind, Father Sky, Mother Earth, and all our relations. Not all. Yeah. And, not and, all our relations. Again, Nature teaches us how to know ourselves in the purest way possible. We're gonna leave it there actually. I'm gonna end this video right here because I just wanna tell you, because I don't like to just take off. I wanna let you know. And nature teaches us how to know ourselves in the purest way possible. If we listen and watch, listen, watch. Every lesson of human living, all our lessons in our life is given by the animals, comma, the changes in the wind, and I feel that. I feel things in the wind. I feel them change. And I feel the wind influences people. Father Sky, God, that's what I think of Father Sky like. Mother Earth, nature, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Earth Mother. And all our relations, wow, that's deep. Maybe the relations with the aliens, you know? And we're gonna finish that paragraph, because I'm like tired, and that's why I'm starting to like slow down and make mistakes. Each aspect of our world has its own space in which to create. Each aspect of our world has its own space of which to create. If that space is respected by others, growth continues in harmony. That's perfect. It's very important to give each other space and give yourself space. Like before, I was considered a little later than I normally go on, like after 5:30, definitely. It's already been an hour. It's been 66.59, so that's an hour and 7 minutes. And that was after 6 o'clock I came on. And the reason, not that I owe you an explanation, because I'll be here every Monday, you know, it's just with my lifestyle, going to school, starting a new career, taking care of my mother, and always taking care of myself and others. It permits me to rest when I need to. And so I got like all this ready, and I hope you love it. I hope you love my horse, Bally. And I got this ready right here, this energy. And then I got myself ready and went and sat in the tub, and I relaxed. I relaxed my muscles. And I gave myself that gift. Therefore, I would have the energy to come here, because I don't like to make it too quick, because a lot of people don't come in until later. So I like to be here when they're looking. And the chances of me being on longer are the chances of them finding me live. And I know a lot of people want to see me live and they miss me. So I'm actually dedicating my time here to you, to help you. And it helps me in return. It's a perfect reciprocation of energy. It is a give and take. I'm giving and I'm also receiving. That's what give and take means. It actually means receive, and you're allowed to take. For instance, you go to your friend's house and they've got hors d'oeuvres out, you know, take away. It's for you. It's because you feel appreciated. And that is what it is like with the energy that happens with the universe. It's a constant exchange. It's kind of like water, in my opinion. It's like there's land and there's ocean and lakes. It's just amazing. It's like, how does the water not splash off onto the rest of the, because everything is balanced and harmoniously in unity. And so is our brain with all these gods that we pray to, entities, deities. How does it all work? The gravity, this is all here for us already. We didn't make it. We didn't manifest it. Or maybe we did. Maybe all of our spirits already pre-manifested before it became physical. Could be. These things we don't know, and we definitely don't know the outcome of things, of how they happened, but we hope that the ones that we want happen, and then tragedy happens, and that's why horror movies are made, like to remind people that not everything is coming up roses, and that's why we have, it's not why we have death, but the fact that we have death is another thing that we're constantly learning from. Like, oh, I'm so happy I have all these things, but I don't have certain people that died, you know, and that's a harsh reality. And it's about bouncing back from that thought and being like, I know, but they would want me to be happy. Or even if they wouldn't, then F it. Be happy because you want to be happy. Not because other people want you to be, because it's all about you having joy in your life. I'm not going to read the rest of this because I want to go about my evening, and I dedicated several hours to this video as far as getting ready and being here. And so I'm going to take my sacred space, right, a little bit. And I will leave it there, and I will actually read the rest of it. I always do that. Like sometimes I'll start and then I'll say, okay, I want to leave it off on the fact that we can create our own space. We are, and we have the power to do whatever we want to do in our life. Okay, so I want to leave it there. And that it's not because we're some supernatural being. We're super. It's because of the animals and the wind and Father Sky and the energy, Mother Earth. And if I missed something, then remind me. It's not a pop quiz. I'm gonna go back and look because I'm gonna read this like medicine cards. But this is Sacred Path card, so it's like my medicine card reading videos. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna make a video, and it's really going to reach a lot of people. A lot of people don't know how to create their space, thus getting they're a victim of abuse because they're not creating their own space, and they're used to giving up their space. Not that like it has anything to do with people who are unwillingly, that's like crime. I'm just talking about people who like live with someone that isn't treating them nicely. And so like everyone in my household treats me nicely because I've set my intention and my boundaries and my medicine wheel. So that is like about setting your boundaries and knowing your worth. We're all leaders, and we're all worth something. We're worth millions of dollars to ourselves. Like there's no price tag. Like we're worth trillions and billions of dollars. You have to think good about yourself. Even if people have brainwashed you, things. And you have to put thoughts into your brain. I want this. I have this. I am good. I deserve it. I have this. I earned it. I'm protecting it. It's mine. It's only a matter of time before this manifestation comes to fruition. But right now, while I'm manifesting, I'm here in that beach house. Okay, I'm thinking this. And I'm imagining I'm in it, and I see things the way that I bought the furniture, and then I have like deja vu one day, and I say, this is exactly what I pictured that room to look like, because your brain already knows what you want and what things that you're going to do in your life. That's how sophisticated this life is. I believe in fate, and I believe in, of course, manifestation. I believe in destiny. So I have a lot of what I believe also is that things are predetermined, that whatever's going to happen will happen, that we're just on our path, not just on our path. I feel very blessed. I don't have the house I want. I have a nice house. I made it nice, but I don't have the house I want that I know is my destiny. and I don't have the car that I want. I have a nice car that's very reliable, I hope, but it's not what I want. I don't even know what I want, see? And one day I'll have a car and I'll be like, oh my God, because I included it in on my Monday manifestations, the car showed up. That's how powerful imagining and reciting, saying out loud, I have it, it's mine. It feels good to be here. All of the imagination, visualization. Oh, Jarvis, absolutely perfect. Jesse, good night, Corin. Hope to see you again this week. Good night, Jessie. Jessie said she is perfect. You guys are so sweet. Good night, dear. I know. I will hope to make a piece of content this week. It just depends. The study is first. But yeah, I show up every Monday. So thank you. I love you. All right, guys. Mother Nature, the wind is blowing. Mother Nature, Father Sky, and what was the first one? What was the first thing? Oh, the animals. And they mentioned it first. So it must be pretty important, right? I've been talking a lot about, Mom, it's the animals that teach us. And Mom, it's the animals that keep, like the other day I had a realization, because I'm a whale. Whale is, I believe it's my east. It's my main totem. And the whale is the goddess of the ocean. And the whale is the leader of the ocean body. The whale is a powerful totem animal that protects the ocean, and it's their domain. And the whale is very loving and kind. If you ever hear of a whale accident, it's just because you very rarely do. Like, if it ever does happen, it's just a freak accident. Like the boat probably sped up at the same time the whale moved, you know? So the whales are extremely peaceful. The intentions are pure, and they're protectors. So I just told you a lot about me. Good night, Dreamweaver. Corinne, sleep with angels. Okay, perfect. The animals are our totem spirits, and they're protecting us. The animals are guiding us. The animals are giving us a big hug and telling us, you got this, you could do it. Good night, everybody. I put everybody to sleep, which is so awesome. Because there's no better a state of mind than sleeping. It's when you're relaxed, you're receptive. And hey, all this manifestation happens in the subconscious mind. So I don't know if you know that. You're programming your subconscious mind is what you're doing when you're meditating and manifesting. Because your subconscious mind knows how to get it. And when you're sleeping and you tell it to tell you how to get it, you'll all of a sudden have it. So I'm gonna click off here and get a drink of water, and then I'm gonna click into my member group because I wanna go on for a minute or two on my members, on my YouTube channel. I'm Corinne, thanks for being here. Manifest your dreams, you got this, woo! You got it, baby, you got it. I have to, man, I have to. I have to give you encouragement. It's my job. It's my job. It's my universal. It's not a job, okay? Because there's like negative annotations that go along with that. Like, oh, it's a job? No, it's not. It's a calling. It's a calling. Because I love it. I love it. It's a calling. Because people, like, I know that this works. Because there's been times when I was like sad and I just opened social media in hopes that something would save me. And I know that if I came across this Monday manifestation, that I would watch it, because I would be like, okay, she's giving me encouragement and she's giving me a green light to like think a certain way, like think like the way I deserve, and I'm entitled to the things that I want. Land of the free, you know what I mean? Go get it. Whatever it is you want, go get it. Love you guys. My intentions are pure, 100%. Good night.